Hey foodies, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you this amazing surf and turf dinner idea. This is perfect for Valentine's Day that's coming up, so let's get started. Okay guys, let's start by preparing our sides. Today we'll be making some twice baked potatoes. I went ahead and washed the potatoes thoroughly, pat them dry, and here you see me just oiling and salting the potatoes. Once we're done, we'll place this in a 400-degree oven for about an hour, or at least until your potatoes are nice and tender. Once your potatoes are done, you want to go ahead and just slice a little piece from over the top. We want to create like a nice barrel so that we can stuff the potatoes. And whatever potato is left, you want to just go ahead and place that into your bowl and just go ahead and do what you see me doing here. Cut the top off, and we will do this to all of them until we're done, and then I'll show you what we'll do next. Next, you want to go ahead and just scoop most of the potatoes out, but you want to leave a little bit in there because you want the potatoes to remain intact. You don't want it to fall apart. So once we are done doing that, I will show you what we'll do next. Now that we got them all done, we'll go ahead and just mash those potatoes. You can mash it to your desired texture. So now we'll go ahead and add some melted butter and some half and half milk and cream, and you just want to continue mashing until everything is nice and smooth. Now if you have your own mashed potato recipe that you'd like to use here, go right ahead and use it. It doesn't matter which mashed potato recipe you use, right? And now we will go in with a little bit of sour cream. We will also add our seasoning for flavor and taste. Taste and adjust the seasoning to your own preference. I will also add some chopped bacon. I did cook my bacon in the microwave for about 5 minutes. Here I added some cheese, and we will add some fresh chives. We will give everything a good mix, and that's basically it, guys. Quick, easy, and simple. So now you want to go ahead and just fill your potatoes with the mixture. Just add as much or as little as you like. It doesn't matter here. You just go ahead and fill them all until they're nice and even and absolutely divine. Once we are done, you want to go ahead and just top it with some extra cheese. And I did add a little bit more bacon. We're going to sit this in a 400-degree oven for about 10 to 15 minutes or so once the cheese is nice and melted. That is basically it, guys. It is so simple but absolutely delicious. Once the potatoes were done, I topped them with some fresh chives, and this is it. It's all done. We can set this aside and move on to the other side. So here to a pot with some water, I added some salt, and we will go in with some fresh green beans. You want to blanch these, so we're going to boil them for about 5 minutes. Remove, run some cold water over them to stop the cooking process, and then we will go ahead and just saute them. So here I added some of that bacon grease. It will add great flavor, as well as some butter, and I added some freshly grated garlic. We're going to saute this for about a minute or two, and then we will come in with some seasoning. Like I said, I will leave all the seasonings and the measurements that I use in my description box. Once that is added, you want to come in with your green beans, give them a good toss, let it go for about a minute or two, and that's basically it. It is so simple, but this is so delicious, guys. You guys will not be disappointed. Now let's move on to our entree. So today we'll be doing these shrimp skewers. So I'm coating them here with some oil. I already washed them ahead of time with lemon juice. And I coat them with the oil. Then I proceeded to season them on both sides. You can use whatever seasonings you like here, but I will leave the ones that I use in my description box below. So at this point I have my oven preheating. It's on the broiler on high. And we're going to broil these for about 5 minutes. You know, shrimp don't take a long time to cook. So 5 minutes, they will be just perfect. But if you want to go ahead and grill your shrimp, or you want to pan sear them or whatever, you can do that as well. So I placed them on these racks and we're going to broil them after they were done. This is how they look. I just set them aside and yeah. Next up, I have some veal loin chops. I already washed them and pat them dry. So we're going to go ahead and season them. I have my seasonings here, which I will list in my description box. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and just combine your seasonings. When you combine them, they will be evenly distributed onto the meat. So once I was done, I went ahead and just coat them with some oil just so the seasonings can adhere. Make sure the oil is coated on both sides. And then I just proceeded to season my veal on both sides. For those of you who don't know what veal is, it's just the calf of the cow. It's the small cow. So the meat is very, very tender and it's absolutely delicious. So once we're done seasoning these, we will allow them to rest for about 30 to 40 minutes or so. Now today I will shallow fry my veal because I did this before and it turned out so well. I decided I wanted to do it again. But if you don't want to fry yours in oil, you can just pan sear them. It will be just fine. So I will shallow fry these for about 4 minutes per side because I like mine to be medium, you know, when I cook them. But if you want yours well done, you probably could fry it for about 6 minutes or so per side. So once 4 minutes was up, I flipped them and yeah, fry them for the same amount of time on the other side. And then I removed them, set them aside, and I carried on with the other two until they were done. And then I served up and enjoy. Now I was about to make a sauce to go with these, but when I tasted it, it was so well seasoned and delicious, I decided not to. And here you have it, my delicious surf and turf dinner. When I tell you this was absolutely mouth-watering and delicious, you guys will not be disappointed. It is perfect for Valentine's Day dinner idea, and I can't wait for you guys to give the recipe a try. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it, and leave a comment down below. I will leave all the ingredients and measurements down in the description box, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your support, and as always, enjoy.